भगवान् पुरुषोत्तमः जनो जानन्निदं सत्यं मुच्यते भवबन्धनात्. With prostrations at the divine feet of Bhagavan Swami Narayan, my Guru Hari, Param Puja Pramukh Swami Maharaj, and Pragat Guru Hari, Param Puja Mahant Swami Maharaj, my heartiest namaskar, good evening, Jai Swami Narayan, Jai Shri Krishna, especially to my very good friend and chairman of the Indian Quality Assurance Council, Shri Rajesh Bhai, and all the respected Gurujis sitting on the dais. For the first time in my life, I had the privilege of sitting in the midst of 4 vice chancellors, and I take it as a pride. With starting from my very good friend and elder, Parimal Bhai Vyas, Shri Prem Sharda ji, Shri Ramesh ji, Singh ji जो ONGC से पधारे हैं, Dilip Bhai, and all the distinguished guests and dignitaries sitting in the auditorium today. Well, the Indian Quality Assurance Council has come forward with a very wonderful idea along with the ISTD. How can we better the quality of education? And when the quality of education betters, and if they feel that this must be accredited, they will. So Rajesh Bhai will be moving around with certificates, but will take utmost care before writing your name and signing it. Today, being the 75th, that is the Amrut Mahotsav of the independence of our great country, we remember today evening in this occasion the great legacy of Guru Sishya Parampara that Indian culture holds. We also remember the education system that was well introduced and it worked well before it was destroyed by the Britishers. We want that level of system. We want that quality of education which has quite been well incorporated into the National Education Policy 2020. Because we have a culture, we have a tradition, we have a legacy. You would be surprised to know that any student who studies in the UK, that is in Britain, till standard 12th, he has to compulsorily learn only British history. No European history, no Russian history, no American history, nothing. So that he develops pride of the nation. It is a law, a bill passed in the parliament, that until standard 12th, a student in UK has to learn only British history. And if we try to put that point here, you are killing secularism. You are saffronizing education. And those same people will put that we need to develop pride of our country. Only yesterday night after our evening prayers, me and my colleague Tyagvatsal Swami Uzya, for 10 years he was in the United States doing youth activities and cultural activities organization. They were discussing yesterday night till 12 o'clock about the great cultural tradition, about the great legacy that the country has. Where we just taught history of invaders. Didn't we have great kings? Why was I not lucky? Why was I not fortunate that I didn't learn about Chandragupta Maurya and learned about invaders? The new, not new, national education policy will include all this. So this is what we want, because from here quality starts. Quality starts from pride. It doesn't come from just IQ. When you develop pride, quality is a natural subset of it. Quality is a natural subset of pride. And then the processes, the reforms, the systems are all put on quality levels. You know, Finland is the only country in the world where you have a minimum gap between quality of schools and educational institutions performance-wise. You know why? When all educators are sitting here, it's definitely for all of us to know the reason behind it. Even a primary school teacher in Finland is required to have a PhD degree. Surprised, isn't it? I'm giving you the highest standards of quality. The Indian Quality Assurance Council will need to incorporate this as well. Even a primary school teacher needs to have a PhD in education. Then from standard 4th onwards, every teacher needs to have a PhD in their respective subjects. And that is why, and they start school for a kid at 7 in Finland. And it's the only country in the world that which has the minimum gap in the performance quality between schools. We want to reach that level. So I talked to you about the British history being taught to Britain students. I talked to you about the Finnish teachers. Because teachers are the architects of the future. Teachers are the Brahma, teachers are the Vishnu, teachers are the Shiva. If they are pure, full of pride, they will instill those values in the hearts and minds of their pupils. Today being the 150th birth anniversary of Shri Maharshi Arvind, I'm reminded of his one wisdom-filled expression, thought. He used to say, one man's purity can change the whole world. India is fortunate to have that started from 2014. One man's purity can change the world. If the Israelis have the Holocaust Day, if the US can have a day of remembrance of slavery, why can't India have Partition Horrors Remembrance Day? 14th of August, tweeted by the Prime Minister yesterday. This is pride. From pride comes quality. If you don't remember anything in my talk today, keep this sentence not in your pocket but in your heart. All quality is a subset of pride. From pride comes everything. Pride for our country, pride for our society, pride for our tradition, pride for our culture. No country has so many languages. No country has so many variety of culture. By way of administration, a state of India is equivalent to a country of Europe or Latin America. For example, Uttar Pradesh is the largest local government of the world. The largest local government of the world is Uttar Pradesh. By population and administration size, it is equivalent to Brazil. It is not easy to manage such a huge country and to navigate it in the midst of many opposing forces is not a joke. So don't curse, don't criticize, play a small positive role where you are. This is the first step of a true teacher being Brahma. Create. Criticism is easy. What is difficult is playing a small positive role wherever you are, whatever you can. छोटा सा दीपक बनना कठिन है. Criticism तो सबको आती है. Even a person who has just played with a rubber ball in his childhood, drawing stumps with charcoal on the wall, he also starts criticizing Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma after the one-day international. Yeah, the ball was going outside the off stump, it pitched on the off stump, it was an outswing delivery away from the body. Why should Virat go there to slash? इतना तो मुझे भी पता चलता है यार, कट लेके पीछे चला जाता है फर्स्ट स्लिप में. You know what is 95 miles per hour delivery? तेरी जिंदगी में तूने ये बॉल फेस नहीं किया, पता है तुझे? 145 kilometers per hour ये डिलीवरी गिरती है. And 40th part of a second, Virat or Rohit Sharma has to judge what to do. तेरे जैसा नहीं है, चलो ठीक है नेक्स्ट मंडे को आना देख लेंगे, ऐसा नहीं है. जो आप ऑफिस में बैठे कई बार करते हो, ये कहा गया ठीक है नेक्स्ट वीक लेके आओ ना. 40th part of a second they have to judge what to do with this, and the ball cuts after pitching 2 feet on the either side. It's easy to criticize, it's difficult to perform. When we want to have quality education, don't criticize any part of the education. Play a small positive role where you can improve yourself, your atmosphere, your system, or you, if you can support the change, the positive change, do it. There it will come quality education. That is most important. Second important part is, as Bhagwan Swaminarayan has instructed in his Sikshapatra, which is the essence of all the scriptures, that whatever education that you have in your life, you must share, you must pass on to the next generation. Maybe it information, maybe it knowledge, or information and knowledge processed and final product, the wisdom. You must pass on. With this background, let me share something how quality education is developed. And by that, how you live a better quality life. Many years back in Pune, the then Peshwa Madhav Rao, as always, would sit on festival days or pious days in the morning, and he would give alms. A small boy, they must be about 7 or 8 years old, he was standing at the corner but would not join the queue. Peshwa Madhav Rao was giving money, gold, or even grains, whatever people in the queue would demand. This little boy standing in the corner would not join the queue. At the end of the ceremony, one of the attendants of Peshwa Madhav Rao pointed to the little boy and told the Peshwa that that boy has not joined the queue. Should we call him near and ask what he wants? He was called and he said, "What do you want?" And the little boy said, "See, I don't need the money or the ornaments or the gold or the grains that you give, because that are all perishable. Give me something that is not perishable." And Peshwa was like in a state of doubt, in a state of dilemma. What should I answer? And the little boy said, "I want to study. I'm a poor Brahmin's boy. My parents don't have the resources to send me to a good education system or a school. So if you can sponsor my studies, I would be more than happy. Peshwa Madhav Rao made all the arrangements for this little boy to study further. And that boy grew up to become one of the most famous judges of independent India. I'm talking of Justice Ram Murthy. Quality of education starts, now listen carefully. Quality of education starts when you pick up the right people to get better education so that they become better citizens of the society. Many of you are sitting here. Most of you are related with the education system. But unless you pick up such good children, such good students who really want to study well and try to make them reach the zenith of their expectations, you are incomplete as a teacher even if you have taught 10,000 students in your life. Even if you have taught 10,000 students in your life, but if you have not produced Abdul Kalam, if you have not produced Vikram Sarabhai, if you have not produced Dr. Brahm Prakash, you are still incomplete as a teacher. So the onus lies on the shoulders of the teacher. Pick up one. Because again, remembering Sri Maharshi Arvind, one man's purity can change the whole world. So when starting with quality, after this function, identify one student and give him or her your best. Do you agree with me or not? Yes. Apart from teaching 10,000 students, that is part of your job. Pick up one student who can change the course of history in future. And that is the biggest service as a teacher you can always do to the nation. That makes a teacher a Brahma, creator. A small boy must be at the age of like 15 or 16, 12 or 13. He approached our Guru Pramukh Swami Maharaj in Mumbai. He was living in a shanty in Malad. That I want to study, but I don't have the resources. Pramukh Swami Maharaj immediately could identify for him. He went on to graduate himself, postgraduate himself. He went for the public services. He cleared UPSC. And for many years thereafter, he served as an IPS officer in Orissa, in the district of Sundargarh. And the sanskars of satsang that he had got, as Rajesh Bhai said, faith-based. Faith-based. He got faith-based education, which is the need of the hour. He introduced those principles in the Naxal regions of Orissa. He started police and Naxals cricket matches. See, quality of education counts. Where you have been touched. Education is not just mugging up textbooks. He started musical programs with Naxals. He employed police vans and police jeeps to carry the children of Naxals to schools. And today, when I am talking to you, the Sundargarh district of the state of Orissa is absolutely Naxal free because of the efforts of Yashwant Jethwa. The boy's name is Yashwant Jethwa. And today, when I am talking to you at this moment, He is the Director General of Police of the Special Protection Group of the Honorable Prime Minister of India. He is DG SGP, SPG of the PM. Yashwant Jethwa. You can Google it out. What I mean to say is, pick up one student. As Peshwa Madhavrao did, and he created Ram Murthy, as Pramukh Swami Maharaj did, and he created Yashwant Jethwa. And when there was an international symposium of police officers in Switzerland in the year like 2003 or 4, only one officer has to be sent from each country. Because of the efforts and the results produced by Yashwant Jethwa in bringing Naxals into the mainstream society by his efforts of that generated from faith-based education, he was selected, he was sent representing the country, and of the 150 police officers who had come there from 150 countries, for 1 week they all stayed together, discussed everything from traffic to terrorism to smuggling and everything. Their views, their presentations and everything. Instant tests and everything. Yashwant Jethwa stood first among 150 police officers of 150 countries. Faith-based education. Quality education. Pick up one student. Because, why I'm emphasizing on that point, faith-based, not just because I'm a sadhu, not because I'm a saint, that I would tell you faith-based education. You want pleasure, joy, happiness and bliss in life. Pleasure and joy you would get from materialistic things. Happiness and bliss from spirituality. Science can lengthen your life, but only spirituality can deepen it. It is as simple as that. And faith-based education has been introduced in organizations. You'd be surprised to know Dr. Veer Singh has written a thesis, Management Wisdom of Lord Krishna, in which he has written the best modern day management principles that Stephen Covey teaches, Og Mandino teaches, Robin Smith teaches, Shiv Khera teaches, Robert Kaplan teaches, were all well exhibited by Krishna on the field of Kurukshetra. He writes this book. I'm giving you the name of the book and the name of the author. Management Wisdom of Lord Krishna by Dr. Veer Singh. And you'd be surprised to know that this book has been well accepted as a reference book in many B schools across Europe and America. बेताल की बातें आपको कैसी लगती है? भूत की बातें, विक्रमादित्य और बेताल की बातें, स्टोरीज लगती है ना? And modern days would say myth. A Harvard professor got his hand on this. He read it. He said that this is a wonderful piece of communication. We know the story. Episodes आप सभी ने देखे होंगे. वो भूत चढ़ जाता था उनके कंधे पे, विक्रमादित्य के कंधे पे, और बोलता था कि you should do everything what I say. And of course the king has to do in his kingdom according to the policies of the kingdom. So Vikramaditya would do according to the policies decided. But when that ghost would hold his neck and say, why didn't you do according to what I said? Vikramaditya said, see, I did what you said. And then Vikramaditya would make him explain and make him convince that, see, I did what according to your advice. I didn't do according to my policies. Actually, he had done according to his policies. This professor found it, this is a wonderful piece of communication. You do according to your choices and make your boss believe that I did according to you. You make your professor and your chancellor, vice chancellor believe that I did according to you. And he said, my goodness, this is a wonderful piece of communication. This should be taken forward. He did his PhD on Vikramaditya, Betal and Bate. He got a doctorate for it. And today, at the Harvard Business School, Vikramaditya, Betal Ki Bate is a reference book when it comes to MBA communications. तो ये मत सोचना कि हमारे जो पूर्वज थे ये कपड़े वाले उन्होंने ऐसे ही सब ये बातें लिखी है. मैंने आपको दो बातें बताई, मैनेजमेंट विजडम ऑफ कृष्ण एंड विक्रम एंड बेताल की बातें. दिस ग्रेट ऋषिज ऑफ इंडिया. आप में से कितने अक्षरधाम गए हो दिल्ली में? जस्ट रेज योर हैंड्स इफ यू बीन टू दिल्ली अक्षरधाम. क्वाइट मेनी ऑफ यू. इन हॉल नंबर 3 एग्जीबिशन वी हैव अ बोट राइड. It's a 110-acre sprawling campus on the banks of Yamuna, where you have a perfect and ideal exhibition of Indian culture, well presented. In 10 minutes of boat ride, you see 10,000 years of human history. And that boat ride, today, when we go through the opinion books, has inspired millions of people, and they have written that after this, we have presented the great discoveries and inventions. Just 3 days back, 2 American scientists, rather aerodynamic experts, they decided, let's use the formula as prescribed in the Indian ancient scriptures. जो हमारे सत्शास्त्रों में पुष्पक विमान की बातें थी, पुष्पक विमान, उनके श्लोक लिखे गए हैं. They interpreted it after studying Sanskrit and also took the help of Sanskrit experts, got it translated, the old theories, and it flew. We have this heritage, but what is our mindset? We don't do yoga. But if that yoke comes all the way from America with an addition of a big inflated egoistic American A behind yoga and becomes yoga, you spread out yourself on the mattress in the morning. This is the cheapness of our mentality. If that yoke comes added, suffix A, which is a big inflated egoistic American A, it becomes yoga. Approved by the West? Yes, then I will do it. Approved by the West? Then it's fine. This I am telling you because when you want to improve the quality of education and thus the quality of life, you must have faith in the scriptures of ancient India. For that, just one visit at Swaminarayan Akshardham and you will get convinced. Second important part of quality of education and thus quality of life is, you must instill in your students that if I decide, I can. If I decide, I want all of you to repeat with me. If I decide, if I decide, you must instill this in the hearts and minds of your pupils, that you are capable. An OBC girl from a remote village in Madhya Pradesh, she cleared UPSC. Just a few months back, you might have. Everybody is capable of it. Shri Maharshi Arvind used to say that souls are potentially divine. Vivekananda used to say each soul is potentially divine. Your job as teachers is to bring out that potential, is to bring out that divinity from your pupils, and there the quality of education lies. Not just IQ. Develop their EQs and SQs. Until the 90s it was like IQ. After 90s it was like emotional quotient is much better than intelligent quotient. Emotional quotient, emotional intelligence. I give you a wonderful book. The title of the book is Emotional Intelligence, written by Ian Marshall and Dana Zohar, where they put forward this point. That IQs make you a good worker, EQ makes you a good leader. See, the Silicon Valley, IT graduates, electronics engineers, computer engineers, even from IITs, they go to the Silicon Valley and they're proud, and we also take pride as their family members. Yes, he is getting $60,000, $70,000, $90,000 as annual pay. You know who are paying them? You know the owners of this Silicon Valley IT companies? Some of them, like most of them, they are just commerce graduates. But they know how to extract work from technocrats because they have EQ. EQ means emotional quotient. You understand your inner self, you understand the inner self of the other person, you understand your emotions, you understand the emotions of the other person, and behave accordingly where you can win over the person. You would be surprised to know that at any given moment in 200 years of British rule in India, there were not even 25,000 Britishers physically present on the soil of India, and they ruled a country of 40 crores. High EQ. IQ people are ruled by EQ people. And Silicon Valley is an ideal example of it. Sometimes I jokingly say, now take it as a joke, not a serious one. Those who get 90% in 12th standard, they become engineers and doctors. Those who get 15 less, 75%, they go into the commerce line, open the company and hire the first two and pay them. They go into public life and make policy, which is a fact of the field of education. But now we are proud that we have IITians as our cabinet minister. Yug badal raha hai. Quality education is now showing its shine in the country. And you know, still 15% less, what happens? 45%. He goes into the underworld and controls the first three. It's just a joke. What I mean to say is that when it comes to quality education, tell your pupils that you decide. Come what? There are hundreds of stories which you can tell your pupils apart from your subjects. So when I talk to teachers, I tell them, your period in the class is not 45 minutes. It's 40 plus 5. Your class period time is not 45 minutes. It's 40 plus 5. If it's 40 minutes, then it is 35 plus 5. Of those 45 minutes, 40 minutes, the teacher must teach the subject. Last 5 minutes, tell your children inspirational stories. Tell your children real life incidents of great personalities which can inspire them, which can motivate them, which can make them dream big and thus create big. That brings quality in education, ultimately quality in life. Unless you make your children dream big, and then a zeal from within, a thirst from within to see that big dream, textbooks are not going to create great citizens. The onus lies on us. I suggested this at the highest level in NEP, 40 plus 5, not 45. Not 45 plus 0, 40 plus 5 is 45. This gives you quality education. You know, basically charcoal and diamond are real brothers. Both are carbon. Charcoal is carbon, diamond is carbon. But what is the value of charcoal? And what is the value of a diamond? In a small piece of diamond, you can purchase a whole truckload of charcoal. Both are real brothers. rather twins. But one became a charcoal, the other became a diamond. What is the reason? If the carbon atoms are haphazard, the final product is a charcoal. If the same carbon atoms, they come together in a hexagonal structure. We all studied benzene ring in chemistry in high school. When it comes into a hexagonal structure, the same carbon atoms, they come together to make graphite, which we use in our pencils, lead, Pb. The chemical name is Pb. Value increased a bit. When the same carbon atoms come together in a tetrahedral structure, the final product is a diamond. Your job as teachers is to adjust the inner structure of your pupils into a tetrahedral structure so that they become diamonds, not coal and graphite. That is quality education. So teach them EQ and teach them SQ. After 2005, 2010, this new concept has come. The spiritual quotient. Above IQ, above EQ is the spiritual quotient. You know qualities of spiritual quotient that you need to imbibe in your pupils to have a quality education in them. Qualities like flexibility. The new definition at Harvard University of intelligence is flexibility to change is intelligence. Flexibility to change is intelligence. Flexibility. Self-awareness. Third is an ability to face and use suffering of life is a spiritual quotient. Fourth, an ability to be inspired by a vision. In 1977, when Narendra Modi went to America, his first morning there, sitting in the window of his room, he cried for half an hour. When will my country see this infrastructure? Inspired by vision. He brought a computer from America, put it at the headquarters in Delhi, and got all the veterans together and showed them this is called a computer in 1977. Fourth quality of spiritual quotient is inspired by vision. Fifth is an ability to see connection between diverse things. Still in Indian education system, a student cannot have diverse faculty subjects together in the studying in the stream. In America, you have that system. You can major in something and minor in something else which is absolutely different from his faculty. Parimal bhai, am I right? Now it would be implemented. In the NEP, it is included, very much included. You can have a major in something and a minor in the subject which is absolutely different from your main faculty of major. That giving choice to the students will give quality education and thus quality of life. Sixth quality of spiritual quotient is an ability to cause as little harm as possible. Teach your children this, to people, to surroundings, to environment. Seventh quality is to ask and probe fundamental questions of life. Once a teacher, he brought a skull in the classroom. See how quality education can be taught. Listen this carefully. This is a wonderful incident. Carry this with you in your heart. A teacher brought a skull in the classroom and told the students that this is a skull of an animal called Cattyvampus, which existed millions of years ago. And actually today we don't have any proof of it. But this is a skull of it, and he gave the skull in the hands of each and every student, and it was rotated all around the classroom. The student would see it in their hands, touch it, feel it, look at it from all the directions. And again the teacher would say that it existed millions of years ago, but today we don't have the proof of it. Today we don't have any fossil proof of it, this, that. After the rotation was over, when it came again on the desk of the table, that is desk of the teacher asked them, starting a few questions. What did the skull look like? And everybody said yes. Did you hear the name of an animal called Cattyvampus? And the student said, no, we heard this name for the first time. The teacher said, did you hear something what I repeatedly used to say while you were looking all at the skull? He said, yes, you said that this existed millions of years ago. We don't have even a fossil proof of it. He told the students that why didn't anybody of you ask me that, sir, we have not studied this name anywhere. Where did you get this name from? Where did you get this skull from? How do you started describing it? And when you yourself were repeating again and again that there is not even a fossil proof of it, then where did you get this skull from? If you didn't have even a fossil proof, where did you get this skull from? And the students were, yes, sir, you're right. And then the teacher told them a quality of education. And he said, develop the power of reasoning. You have the right to disagree. And when you disagree, you should have the power to express yourself. Humbly, with all humbleness, but if you disagree, you must express yourself. And exercise your right to disagree when you disagree on a point. It's not necessary that all of us live and think and behave on the same wavelength of life. Frequencies can differ. An important lesson was taught to the pupils by the teacher, that you have the right to disagree, and when you disagree, you should have the power to express yourself. When this comes in the minds of educators, that beyond textbooks we want to teach them such qualities of life, then the quality of education will improve, and thus the quality of life. This is how a coal is transformed into graphite and a graphite into diamond. This is how it comes into existence. This is how it plays a role in the society, thus making the society great, thus making the nation great. One more point, along with education, along with the subjects, teach your children that purity of character is the highest practical education ever in life. Teach your children the value of ethics. That beyond your information, beyond your knowledge, what plays the most important role in your life is love for truth. The first and the last thing required of a genius is love for truth. This is quality education. You know why I'm telling this? Because if an illiterate person commits a theft, it is 500 rupees, 5,000 rupees. And if a well-educated person sitting in power commits a theft, it is 1 lakh crore, 1.5 lakh crore, 2G scam, telecom scam, coal scam, Commonwealth scam, scams. So we need character in education. और जो करने वाले थे ना, ये सभी, they are MBAs from Harvard. So your name of your education institute doesn't count. I can tell you with guarantee that after 5 years, all interviews will be walk-in. All interviews will be walk-in. Newspaper में आ जाएगा, degrees तो आपके पास जो भी हो. BCom हो या MBA हो, double MBA from Harvard हो, double MBA from London School of Economics LSE हो. Just walk in. And they will judge the EQ, giving more priority to it than IQ. यकीन हो जाएंगे, देख लेना. पढ़े लिखे भूत नहीं चाहिए जो बड़े बड़े स्कैम करते हैं. Because intelligent होते हैं पढ़े लिखे, they know better ways to do it. We need people with character. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, he has written a book called Transcendence, wherein he has expressed the way in which he was influenced by Pramukh Swami Maharaj, the BAPS organization that I come from. We are one of the largest NGOs in the world with a permanent state in the United Nations as an NGO. We have more than 1,300 institutes, hospitals, hostels, schools, colleges, community centers, mandirs and akshardhams all over the world. We are about 1,100 saints in the organization. 750 of them are graduates, postgraduates, chartered accountants, doctors and engineers. More than 150 of them are born NRIs, and more than 50 of them have studied in Stanford, Carnegie Mellon, Yale, Keelong, such institutes. We have a volunteer force of 55,000. Pramukh Swami Maharaj created this organization, one-man organization, one-man army, one-man show, in a span of and gifted to the society. That means an institute every 15th day of his life. Imagine every 15th day, he purchased or got a land. He got it legally cleared. What to come up with at that place, a hospital, hostel, school, college, decided upon. Architect designs the plans. Those plans passed in the local authority, government authorities. Funds raised because we are a non-profit organization. Funds raised for it. Groundbreaking ceremony performed. Tenders passed. Starts. 5-7-story building of the organization got. Another 50-70 paid staff got. And the institute put in the service of society, hospital, hostel, school, college, anything. Every 15th day for 45 years. Pramukh Swami was 5th standard pass. किसी बड़ी मैनेजमेंट हमारे मगन भाई बैठे हैं. आप ये कहेंगे कि मुझे एक 5th स्टैंडर्ड पास व्यक्ति की मैनेजमेंट स्टोरी आपको कहनी है, so there will be grim faces all over the classroom. Oh my God. Tell us something about Warren Buffett. Tell us something about Elon Musk. Tell us something about Richard Branson, Virgin Atlantic. इससे भी ये बड़ी कहानी है प्रमुख स्वामी महाराज की. सिर्फ आप मैनेजमेंट और सक्सेस ले लो, ये दो बात, ये दो शब्द. हर 15वें दिन एक इंस्टीट्यूट गिफ्ट करना. जो कोई इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट यहां बैठे हो तो हर 15वें दिन एक फैक्ट्री या एक ऑफिस खोलना, वो क्या होता है? बियॉन्ड द कैन ऑफ ह्यूमन इंटेलिजेंस. And every 14th day a saint in his life. मतलब दीक्षा दी. 5th स्टैंडर्ड पास थे. मैं क्या कहना चाहता हूं? In the worldly ways he was less literate, but still he had the quality of a human being. We have enough doctors. We want good doctors who would not inflate the bills even during Corona times. We have enough engineers. Why I say enough doctors and engineers? Because 15% of them are jobless at the moment. So we have enough of them. We want good engineers. We want good doctors. Quality people. One man's purity can change the whole world. And this happens. So, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, the people's president, the father of India's nuclear program, he writes in this book, Transcendence, that Dr. Brahm Prakash was my teacher. Dr. Vikram Sarabhai was my teacher. But my ultimate teacher was Pramukh Swami Maharaj, who taught me how to remove or keep aside I and me and then work. This is quality education. ये हमारे भारत के सच शास्त्रों में था. जो परिचय में बात की गई थी कि संत होते हैं वो आत्मा परमात्मा की बात में मानते हैं. तो ये हमारा एजुकेशन है. अपराविद्या और पराविद्या है. जो हम सब कर रहे हैं वो अपराविद्या है. साइंस, इंजीनियरिंग, मेडिसिन, कॉमर्स, आर्ट्स जरूरी है. for it is a worldly means. इससे भी ज़्यादा ज़रूरत है पराविद्या की, where you realize that I am not this human body, I am the soul. This is a 70 or 80-year game. And you behave in a quality manner only when you realize that you are not this physical existence. ये भी विद्या भारतवर्ष में थी. जब यूरोप को और अमेरिका तो छोड़ दो, वो तो बहुत बैकवर्ड था. आई एम टॉकिंग ऑफ सेंचुरीज बैक. जब यूरोप को भी पता नहीं था और कोई सिविलाइजेशंस को भी पता नहीं था कि ऑर्गेनाइज्ड एजुकेशन किसको बोलते, तब हमारे पास तक्षशिला यूनिवर्सिटी थी, नालंदा यूनिवर्सिटी थी. And students from more than 60 countries used to come and study there. ये सभी बातें हमने वहां अक्षरधाम में रखी हैं. अश्वविद्या थी, एस्ट्रोनॉमी थी, एस्ट्रोलॉजी थी. Who gifted 0 to the world? Who gifted 3.14, that is pi, to the world? We Indians have given it. If you don't have the pride in that, and just take the pride in the Western education, I'm not against it, okay? But I'm against the norms sometimes that you have developed in your mind, the thought process that you have created for yourself and trying to create it for the society, that whatever comes from there is better. Then we are sitting on a big treasure you don't know. So coming towards the end of my talk, for quality of life, in traditional language we call it dharma, gyan, vairagya and bhakti. In the modern times you call it IQ, EQ and SQ in life. You need quality education of aparavidya and paravidya, both. For that I recommended one thing. When you go back home today, you Google out what Abraham Lincoln wrote to a teacher for his son. It's a wonderful letter. I request that all you education institutes must keep this letter at the entrance notice board of your institute. He has written a wonderful letter to the teacher. It is a long letter, so I'm not describing it. Worth reading, worth giving as a present to your student, and worth teaching to your students by the teachers. That is quality education that gives quality of life. How many of you want a crime-free world? Just raise your hands. All of you, isn't it? All of us want. But we don't have the right directions to create a crime-free world because we don't have the right directions for quality education. Crime-free world will come from quality education. But these big organizations, it is difficult. In 1960, the then Secretary General of United Nations, Mr. U Thant, said that the plane of United Nations is speeding at a very high speed. It is flying at a very high altitude, but it doesn't know in which direction it is going. And sometimes the members of the peace delegation, they come to the meeting after making the last call, which is an arms deal. Just before entering the hall for having a peace meeting, the last call by them is an arms deal. Nobody is questioning this so-called big world organizations, that from where such a huge cache of arms and ammunitions are landing in the hands of terrorists. Nobody is discussing it. Did you find any discussion anywhere in the so-called secular, in the so-called intelligent, in the so-called open society, in the so-called freedom of speech, freedom of expression type people? From where does this huge cache of arms and ammunitions land in the hands of these terrorists? Which country is providing them? Where the money is coming from? That's why I said in traditional Gujarati shabda, bhanela bhoot. You know, 30,000 scientists, take this figure, 30,000 scientists all over the world are working 14 to 16 hours a day in their laboratories, making weapons of mass destruction, how to wipe out human populations from upon this earth. And most of them are graduates or postgraduates or doctorates from some of the finest universities in the world. Were you taught for this? Did you become a scientist to make bombs and missiles? These bombs and missiles are not made by illiterate people. They are made by finest science graduates from the finest universities. What does that prove? That we have failed to give quality education. शिक्षण के साथ हम उनको संस्कार नहीं दे पाए. इसके लिए आज की बात है. शिक्षण के साथ संस्कार. हमारे गुरु हरि प्रमुख स्वामी महाराज ये कहते थे, उनकी ट्रेडिशनल लैंग्वेज में पहले बोलूंगा गुजराती में, वे कहते थे लक्षण वगरનું શિક્ષણ ભક્ષણ કરે, લક્ષણ વાળું શિક્ષણ રક્ષણ કરે. That means quality education will protect you. See, science can give healthy humans, only spirituality can give healthy humanity. We need healthy humans, we need healthy humanity as well. We need both. Only a combination of science and spirituality will give you. So we need sanskar along with section. He used to say that without quality education, value-based education, you will lose yourself, you will lose the society. 30,000 scientists are making bombs and missiles day and night, 16, 18 hours in laboratories. Do we want more such scientists? Do we want more such scientists? They'll be called scientists. The onus lies on you all. That is the need of the hour. I end with one last incident that is very close to my heart. And whenever I talk to the education fraternity, I definitely share with them. The college where I studied, at the BVM Engineering College in Vallabh Vidyanagar. I finished my engineering in 1991. We used to study the textbooks and reference books of Professor Junarkar, a very respected personality. He was a very strict professor. Once, it so happened that his first year students, all 40 of that batch, failed his subject. All 40 failed. Junarkar sir, with the bunch of answer sheets, enters the classroom. And all the 40 students were like fearing. आज तो professor बहुत डांटेंगे, will scold us. What is this? All 40 failed. You people don't have the caliber to study this, that. Professor जो भी बोलते. He was silent for a moment. And there were tears thereafter in Professor Junarkar's eyes. The whole class was silent. And he said just one sentence before distributing the answer sheets to the students so that they can see and judge for themselves. He said one thing. Now listen very carefully. He said, I don't understand what is wrong with me. I don't understand what is wrong with. ये मी तो आप जल्दी बोल नहीं पाए, अच्छी तरह से नहीं बोल पाए मेरे साथ. Everything is wrong with the students only. Nothing is wrong with you. No, nothing is wrong with you because now you are an assistant professor, you are a professor, you are a dean, you are an HOD, you are a senate member, you are a syndicate member. So now nothing is wrong with you. When you start believing as an educator that if my pupil doesn't perform, there is something wrong with me, that day quality education will start. Thank you very much and all my prayers for you.